asks me my family, please refer to me by my full name. What's my name? Carol will be fine, of course, that is my mother's name, and I'm sure she won't mind at all. So first and foremost, my family, I greeted you with 2 words, kia ora. I know some of my family members have already learned these 2 words because you probably all went to the concert, right? Fantastic. But for the benefit of my families that have just joined us for the day, I'd just like to say that kia ora is a formal Maori greeting. It can also mean thank you, you're welcome, or cheers. So of course, my family, I'm going to find out what countries we all come from. Now kia ora is, of course, just wishing you good health, and of course it is also polite to reply with those same 2 words back. So I'm going to try and give it a go. I've got 21 family members here, and I want to hear 21 voices. Are you ready? Kia ora!
Kia ora.
Oh, ka pai. Ka pai means very good. And saying that, my family, I'd love to know where all my family members have arrived from. So I'm going to ask you where you are from, and of course then we'll all know where everybody has arrived from. Starting from, let's see, where are you from, my dear?
Malaysia.
Malaysia. Kia ora, welcome.
Kapai.
Kapai, kapai.
Germany.
From Germany, anybody else from Germany? Any other family members from Germany? Of course, kia ora simply means guten Tag. Where are you from, my dear?
India.
From India? Any more family from India? Of course, kia ora simply means namaste.
Namaste.
My dears?
England.
From England? Hands up, all the English. Hands up, all the English. Okay, kia ora simply means hello. How about my family at the back here?
Germany.
From Germany also, guten Tag. From Canada, anybody else from Canada? Oh, kia ora and hello and welcome. How about my family here?
England.
England also? From Wales? Hello? My family here? England also, in Australia, I believe. Put your hands up. All our family from Australia, g'day mates. From England.
G'day, mate.
Where are you from, Sam?
Singapore.
Singapore. Oh, Sawadika.
Yeah, Sawadika is Thai.
Oh. Kia ora. Ni hao. Ni hao. Well, my family, we all know where we're from all over the world. I'm going to teach you another word, so if you can't hear me, please come to the front. If you're tall like me, come to the front, please. And the ladies at the back there, I can't see, come to the front so I can see you. My family, I want to introduce you now to this word here. Take a good look. I need you to listen very carefully to how I say this word because I'm going to give you a turn just after me, okay? So listening very carefully. It simply says, come around so you can see. It says, te waka rewa rewa tanga o te o pe taua awa hio.
Slower.
Your turn. It's all in the beat. I'm going to break it down for you, my family, into syllables, and then, of course, we'll try it all together. Okay? Listening.
Te.
I got 21 family members here. That didn't sound like 21. Here we go again.
Te.
Waka.
Waka.
Rewa.
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 Tanga.
Tanga.
Ote.
Ote.
Ope.
Ope.
Tawa.
Tawa. A.
Wahiao.
Wahiao.
Everybody together now.
Te. Waka. Rewa. Rewa. Tanga. Ote. Ope. Tau. A. Wahiao.
Fantastic. Fantastic, family. Of course, it takes a while and it takes a lot of practice just to get it rolling around your tongue. But it is, of course, my family about the hearing, the listening of the sounds. That simply means, of course, the gathering place for the war parties of Wahio. Wahio was a great chief of this area. Now, of course, I know you know a little bit of history already about my people. Now, of course, my people arrived here in around 1350 AD. They arrived here on 8 waka, 8 canoe. The main tribal area of this district belongs to one of those canoes, and that is called the Te Arawa Waka. That, of course, is where the great chief Wahil descends from. That also, my family, is my mother's side. I belong to two. This is my mother's area or district, Te Arawa. Now, although 8 waka landed here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, it has been proven by DNA testing that our people also journeyed to Egypt, Southeast Asia as well. So who knows, along the way there, they may have popped into other areas, other countries, and stayed. I might have some family already here, by blood. But my family, of course, a lot of people ask me, where did you originally come from? You've all heard of a place called Hawaii. Now, Hawaii has nothing to do with Hawaii. Okay? When they ask me where did you come from, I always say Gondwana land. That's when we were all once one. Until, of course, the earth started to separate us to the different areas that we are in now. My people are ending up, of course, in the Polynesian area. Now, when it comes to Hawaii and Hawaii, yes, we are related. But Hawaii simply means Pacific. There is a chant that goes, Hawaii nui, Hawaii roa, Hawaii pa mau. Simply meaning, Hawaii nui, the big Pacific. Hawaii roa, the long Pacific. And Hawaii pa mau, the great Pacific. So my family, we all came from the same area at one stage. And saying that, of course, my family, I want to share with you, and my family at the back there, can you hear me? You sure? Okay. What I want, my family, of course, is for you to leave here with a full heart, not half-hearted because you can't hear me. I know I can have a big voice, but I still got another week to go. I want to share with you, my family, of course, a story that's been handed down from generation to generation to generation with our children. I'm sharing this with you, and it is the story of the creation. It's how we Maori believe we came to be on this earth. It all acknowledges first and foremost Ranginui, our Sky Father. Papatuanuku, our Earth Mother, embraced together what they thought was for a lifetime. Lying between them were their children. Now, of course, their children were crawling around on their backs between the parents. They got very, very tired of crawling around between the parents, so they decided to separate the parents. Now, the children, the strongest of all, he is one of our kaitiaki, one of our guardians. We call him Tane Mahuta. Tane Mahuta is the guardian of the forest. What he did, of course, was press down with his shoulders on the belly of his mother. With his feet, he pushed up against the Sky Father. Therefore, from the void, the darkness, slowly separating his parents, bringing in the light. He pushed them further and further and further apart, of course, bringing in the light of the world. Papatuanuku, the Earth Mother, was very saddened by what the children had done. She could see her loved one, but she could no longer embrace him. So what the children did, of course, was they turned her over. Now, lying in her womb was an unborn child. He, of course, is our kaitiaki, our guardian of volcanoes and earthquakes. His name is Ruamuku. Ruamuku, of course, is the unborn child, the angry child. Hence, we feel the ground moving, we know that it is Ruamuku, that unborn child, that very angry child. So that, my family, of course, is just an insight into how we Māori believe we came to be on this earth. In the early 1800s, of course, when the missionaries came, it was the spiritual similarities that our ancestors saw with the missionaries. God created man from the earth. We had Papatuanuku. Also, God breathed life through the nostril of man, giving him life, or the breath of life. For us Maori, some of you have already seen it. For us Maori, of course, when we greet someone for the first time and we farewell them, we share with them the hongi. Come forward, please, dear. What is your name?
Phil.
Kia ora, Phil. Come over here, my dear, so everybody can see. So what myself and Phil are going to demonstrate for you all, of course, is the hongi. We are going to shake hands, gently press noses twice, and then after that we will say kia ora. Now what Phil won't do is rub my nose. That's the Eskimo way. Also, Phil will definitely try not to headbutt me going in.
Kia ora.
Oh, right, Phil. Give him a round of applause. Now that, of course, my family is the sharing of the breath of life, bringing two people together in a bond of friendship. As you are, of course, like I said, my family. Now my family, I'm going to take you over to the structure over here, give you an explanation of the structure. Then we will go from there to the carving school, the weaving school, walk through the village of now, the present time village, go for a walk of the village of old, head over to the geyser lookout, kiwi house, mud pools, and then at the geysers I will love you and leave. Okay, please, come over. I'm going to give a piece to pass around. On the flax leaf itself there are two sides. There is a dull side of the plant and of course a dark side. So pass that around, my dears. Oh goodness, someone's really broken that one. Now in the old days my family, we used the mussel shell. We used the mussel shell to mark and scrape. Nowadays we also have Uncle Stanley. I'm going to put Uncle Stanley away and show you the traditional method. My family at the back, if you can't see and you're short like me, come to the front, or tall like me I should say. Now I'm going to I'm going to cut this leaf down a bit more using the mussel shell. And we always cut on the dull side. That's right. It's quite long. No, I'm not going to cut it down. So using the mussel shell on the dull side, I'll start marking it. Now I've got to mark it so I don't cut it. If I cut it, then I've got nothing to show you. Just see where I've actually marked it. Yes, if you can see. Such a big family. Believe me, I've marked it. Going to turn it over onto the dark side now. Using the mussel shell, I'm going to scrape. When I scrape, you should start seeing the fibre. As you can see me pushing, you can see it coming off at the back. The fibre used, my family, as you can see, for the ropes, for the fishing nets, as well as, of course, for the rope. The fibre inside is called muka. Some say it looks like silk. Can all my family see that? Don't lie to me if you can't. Can you see that? Yeah? As long as everybody can see it. This is the method of making the pew, the grass skirt. Now we actually make enough for the strands to fit around the body. Once we've got each strand, pass that around right there. Now, once we've got enough strands, at least 200, 250 or 300 strands of these, we tie them together, take them to a hot boiling pool, place it inside for about an hour or half an hour, depending on how many you have. When you pull it out, my family, of course, it curls up like a bamboo and goes hard, like you see those ones there. The method of dyeing with our pew in the past was, of course, Mother Nature's resource, the mud. We had paru, which is the black mud. Place that in there for over a week. Take it out, take it back to the hot pool, place it in the hot pool. You're shaking off the dried mud. Hang it up to dry, and the only part that is coloured or still dyed is the part where they have cut the fibre. So that's how we dyed it in the past. The paints used in the past, also my family. We have
Hai, sekarang kita nak pergi ke Geyser, mud pool, still dekat Te Puia, Maori village. Okay, see you later, bye bye.
Any questions before we leave here? It is 6 meters in depth. Now, of course, with the mud pools, my family, we need the rainwater. We do need the rainwater. We'll have nothing showing, just dry mud. We need that rainwater, and we have had a bit of rain lately, and plus it's been so my family, I know where you want to go, and then you can do this. Come this way, my family, along here, and you will see the mud coming.
Ni kat mana? Sekarang kita berada dekat mud pool. Katanya bagus untuk kesihatan, bagus untuk kulit, untuk awet muda. So kejap lagi boleh terjun kat dalam tu. Tapi dia punya apa? Dia punya temperature apa?
Go back later. I'll have some here anyway. Oh my God. Macam korang. My son came along as a in 1985 they took pilot programs out here. They were forced in the middle. Now we're some of our elders who have gone
Putih tak macam ni kan?
Oh, dia buang keluar sana. Gila.
Yelah.
Dia buang sana.
Serius.
Dia hayun buang ke sana. Betul. Tapi datang balik lah.
Mana orang?
Tu kat atas tu.
Mama sebab tak ambil towel ni. Siap-siap dulu. Omar, jangan masuk antar frame.
Okey.
Tolong ambil. Sejelah tu ni. Lagi dapat di atas kan? So, kita boleh buat cerita.
Video pasal suara.
Omar lah.
Memang ada kat suara pun.
umaga.
Sat no.
Mami dah lupa banyak kali. Dah sampai dah umaga.